The story begins in a bleak landscape. The North Pacific Ocean, choked with plastic garbage. Sophia, a marine researcher, and her husband Chris, along with their team, are on a mission to study this immense polluted area, known as the Plastic Continent. While studying the data from their research, they receive a notification from Jade and Juan. They have picked up a signal from a shark they have been tracking for months. The shark is approaching, and it's bigger than they expected. They encounter a baby sperm whale entangled in the debris, showing evidence of a large bite. Chris, approaching the whale, is startled by a shark passing by. Several more sharks appear, circling the whale. Sophia, monitoring from the control room, notices that all the sharks are female. Chris feels a sense of unease, and the team decides to execute a safety protocol to move away. Just then, Jade alerts them that the signal from the shark they've been tracking for months is approaching. A huge female shark emerges from the garbage. They are shocked to see its enormous size. It has grown to 7 meters long, having doubled in size in just 3 months. This shark, which they had named Lilith, is a mystery. Chris agrees to approach the massive shark and take a sample. The shark swims away, but the worst is yet to come. The shark begins circling the men and suddenly attacks. Sophia and Jade hear their screams and are horrified. Sophia, driven by instinct and fear, grabs a harpoon gun and dives into the water. She finds Chris's arm, his diving suit torn apart. She takes a breath and dives again, searching for her team. She finds Lilith, a monstrous creature, circling her. Seeing that she is about to be attacked, Sophia shoots the shark, but the beast, entangled in a fishing net, drags Sophia down with it. Years later, in Paris, 2 young people are fishing with magnets in the Seine River. They find something disturbing, a bomb. The city's bomb squad is called in, and police officer Adil gives an interview to the press, stating that such finds are not uncommon in the polluted waters of the city. Meanwhile, Sophia, scarred by the past, gives a lecture to students. A student, maliciously, asks if her team was killed by a shark. Sophia, emotionally shaken, leaves the lecture hall. She is approached by a young woman named Mika, who claims to know about Sophia's work and where to find Lilith. Sophia, initially hesitant, is intrigued by Mika's knowledge and agrees to meet with her and her friends at Mika's private NGO. Mika and her friends, including a young hacker named Ben, are passionate about marine conservation. They show Sophia data from the shark tag they have been monitoring. The data reveals that the shark has traveled a long distance, inexplicably appearing in the Seine River. Sophia is shocked. She knows Lilith shouldn't be able to survive in fresh water. Ben and Mika explain that some shark species can survive in fresh water, and that Lilith, lost and seeking a new habitat, may have been drawn by the pollution. Mika suggests they need to do something to help the shark, believing she can communicate with Lilith. Sophia, outraged by the idea, tries to leave, but Mika tells her about a recent accident where a driver fell into the river with his car and his body wasn't found. Sophia is unsettled by the possibility. Later that night, Mika and Ben are diving in the Seine River. Mika sees the car from the accident, with strange holes in the door. She believes that the holes are shark bites. As they are about to leave, Mika is startled by something passing by. They are interrupted by police officers. Mika is taken into custody, and Ben flees. Sophia arrives, seeing the aftermath from a distance. The officers leave the 2 homeless men living by the riverbank with blankets. Sophia, using her tracker, arrives at the same spot and notices a dog barking at the water, but no sign of the homeless men. Her tracker alerts her that the shark is nearby, but moving away. It's clear that the shark has taken the men. The following morning, Mika is questioned by Adil. She insists that there is a shark in the Seine, but he doesn't believe her. Adil is later called to a meeting about an emergency. Sophia, tracking the shark, arrives at a spot where a father and daughter are playing by the river. Seeing the shark's fin, Sophia warns the girl to get away from the water. Adil, Mika, and Sophia are shown the remains of a homeless man, confirming the shark's presence in the Seine. The commander orders a diving team to verify the existence of the shark, despite Sophia's warning that she can track the animal. The diving team arrives at the location indicated by Sophia's tracker, but they are surprised to find no sign of the shark. Adil, dismissive of Sophia's claims, accuses her of endangering his team. Meanwhile, Mika, unaware of the dangers, asks Ben to disable the shark's tracker signal, believing that it will keep the officers from killing the shark. Ben reluctantly complies. The diving team is suddenly surrounded by sharks, but they don't attack, seemingly afraid. Sophia, feeling a sense of urgency, asks for the team to be pulled back to the boat. Adil, though shaken, doesn't believe there was a shark, but after checking the sonar, he is forced to accept the truth. There is a huge shark in the Seine. Sophia, frustrated by Adil's dismissal of her expertise and Mika's reckless actions, leaves the boat. She sees Mika watching from a distance and follows her to her base. Sophia confronts Mika, but Mika accuses Sophia of being responsible for the deaths of her team. Back at the police station, Adil tries to convince the commander to close the Seine and capture the shark. However, the commander refuses, concerned about the upcoming triathlon, a major sporting event. She decides to increase security instead. Mika, unaware of the danger, goes live on her social media, spreading awareness about the shark and urging people to save it. Adil finds Sophia and apologizes for his previous behavior, inviting her to talk to the mayor about the issue. Sophia, Adil, and the commander try to convince the mayor to cancel the triathlon due to the shark, but the mayor refuses, citing the financial investment and the publicity it has attracted. She orders them to find a way to remove the shark instead. Sophia proposes luring the shark to a specific location and sedating it. Ben, who has reactivated Lilith's tracker signal, reveals that the shark is swimming in the city's catacombs. Mika, unaware of Ben's actions, believes she knows how to communicate with the shark and joins other activists to dive into the catacombs. Adil, Sophia, and a police team head to the catacombs. Inside, they find Mika and the activists preparing to enter the water. The sharks, including a smaller fin, presumably Lilith's pup, appear. Mika insists the sharks are harmless and needs their help. Despite Sophia's warnings, Mika refuses to leave. The sharks become agitated and dive. Adil jumps into the water to rescue Mika, but she is bitten and dragged down by Lilith, who devours her and her pup. The police team, stricken by the terrifying scene, panics. Ben is knocked unconscious and drowns. An officer is killed by the shark. Some officers escape, but are injured. Sophia, watching the carnage unfold, is filled with a sense of unbearable guilt. Adil tries to comfort her, but they are interrupted by an officer who leads them back to the scene. They find the shark pup dead in the water. Sophia, examining the pup, discovers something shocking. It's pregnant, and based on its teeth, only a few months old. This is impossible, as this species of shark usually needs a male to reproduce. Sophia concludes that this is a new species, capable of parthenogenesis, meaning it can reproduce without a male. Sophia, understanding the danger posed by this new species, warns that if they don't stop them, they could quickly populate the oceans. At the mayor's office, they discuss the incident. The mayor, unfazed by the tragedy, insists that the triathlon, just a day away, will go on as planned. Sophia is enraged by the mayor's indifference and demands that the event be cancelled. The mayor, unmoved, orders Sophia to be removed from her office and instructs the police to handle security. Later, during an interview, the mayor downplays the incident, refusing to confirm the existence of the shark. Disheartened by the recent events, Adil, Sophia, and the police team gather at a cafe, sharing their frustration and concern. However, both Adil and Sophia are determined to find a solution and confront the threat posed by the shark. They decide to devise a plan and gather the entire police team, including the commander, to discuss it. After everyone agrees, Sophia lays out the strategy, while Adil introduces two colleagues, experts in explosives. He explains their plan to use various devices, including bombs, to eliminate the shark. They will have a narrow window of time to escape the site before the explosion. Adil and Sophia, armed with their equipment, dive into the water at the incident site. Meanwhile, on the banks of the Seine, army soldiers are deployed, redirecting crowds and patrolling the waters. The triathlon competition is about to begin. The mayor, arriving at the scene, assures the press that there's no threat from sharks, while the swimmers prepare to dive into the river, unaware of the lurking danger beneath them. Adil and his team reach the targeted location and request confirmation from the team above. They are delayed, needing 2 more minutes, increasing the tension for those below. Adil, with a surge of adrenaline, decides to proceed. To their astonishment, they discover not one, but hundreds of sharks, far more than anyone anticipated. As the mayor starts the triathlon, hundreds of swimmers plunge into the Seine, oblivious to the threat. Sophia, approaching the center of the nest, activates the sound propagator. Above, the team begins to execute their plan. They will open a side passage to allow Adil and Sophia's team to escape before the explosion, knowing that going back the way they came would be fatal. However, Sophia realizes that the mother shark, Lilith, isn't there. As the specialist finishes installing the bombs, disaster strikes. He is attacked and devoured by the sharks. The bomb control panel slips from his grasp. Sophia, urgent but calm, instructs the team to stay still. One officer, panicked, decides to detonate the bomb, only to be killed by the sharks. Now, only Sophia and Adil remain. Sophia grabs a propeller and drags Adil away from the nest, just as the bombs explode, launching them violently out of the water. Adil and Sophia surface, both shaken but alive. Adil, relieved, climbs onto the boat. But Sophia, for a reason she can't explain, dives back into the water. She sees the destroyed exit and is startled by the sight of Lilith, alive and unharmed, emerging from the rubble. Sophia, desperately alerting the others that Lilith has escaped, returns to the boat. The next moment, Lilith leaps from the water, launching the boat into the air. The team is thrown into the Seine. The shark devours one of the officers in a single bite, and then tears another in half. Adil and Sophia manage to reach the overturned boat. The shark, attracted by the sound of the swimmers, attacks. It drags the competition guide net, revealing its position to the shocked observers on the shore. Adil and Sophia, determined to warn the swimmers, follow the shark. Lilith, moving swiftly, attacks the swimmers, biting them one by one. The competition judges, horrified, signal the swimmers to get out of the water. Chaos erupts on the shore as people watch in terror. The army arrives and opens fire on the water, but their efforts are hampered by the danger of detonating the bombs in the area. Adil and Sophia, trying to warn the soldiers, are pulled from the water by the chaos. In the midst of the barrage of bullets, one bullet hits a spot where several World War II bombs, planted by the Germans, are still hidden. The explosion triggers a chain reaction, detonating the rest of the bombs, causing massive destruction and creating a huge waterspout that sweeps everything and everyone along the riverbank, including the mayor and local authorities. The city, now submerged in the polluted waters of the Seine, faces a new, even more terrifying reality. The nightmare is far from over. If you enjoy it, click and subscribe and watch the next video.